Greetings. This is once again Peter, facilitator for Accessible Fellowship's Bible Study for those who face challenges to attending traditional church. We are studying from the Salt and Light series entitled We Belong to God, written by Elizabeth Soto Albrecht. The series is on identity shapers. Last week, we talked about heritage as an identity shaper and had some fun with that. If you doubted what I said, you might look up Gameo, Gameo.org, which stands for Global Anabaptist Mennonite Encyclopedia Online, Gameo.org. That has about as complete a list of Mennonite genealogies as is available anywhere. This week we're studying the identity given to us, the identity which is the result of decisions of our own and the decision of others. Decisions certainly pivot on personal conviction. They're very strongly influenced by social determinants of culture and vocation. Lori and I have friends who serve the Lord in Papua New Guinea. Everywhere they go, they travel by foot or by canoe. Messages are sent by messages, and they're verbal. They're working on a written language, but they're not quite there yet. In that society, vocation is inherited from father and has remained unchanged over thousands of years. Our Western civilization was not all that different until the 1800s Industrial Revolution. A few years earlier, right around the time of the American Rebellion against England, Thomas Paine wrote an essay called Common Sense. He laid out the argument for self-determination. 250 years later, we need more common sense than ever. We are adapting to mind-boggling change. Automobiles, airplanes, computers and cell phones, social media, education not by family but by outsiders, nannies, preschool, elementary, junior high, and high school, maybe vo-tech training, maybe college. None of these things are inherently bad. The question is, how do we handle them for ourselves and how do we handle them for our children? After having survived a number of years and earning 2 college degrees, my own personal recommendation to my kids and grandkids and great-grandkids is that they focus on a career that may be learned in a vo-tech environment. And my own personal regret is that I did not even try to start a business that my kids could join me in. I think that we lost something there. But our lesson next week is about choices. Choices by parents, choices by their children. There are many kinds of choices. There are the choices that are carefully planned, researched, strategized, plotted on paper, maybe use a Gantt chart. There are decisions that are postponed until the last minute, and then we take the best crack at it. Sometimes we have the opportunity to make decisions responding to a crisis. It can be something like a health emergency or a housing emergency, an environmental emergency. It can be deciding to stomp on the brakes when a white-tailed deer walks in front of the car. I have found that when I listen, the Holy Spirit will guide me, will whisper in my ear, and give me good advice. We often listen to songs in our online Sunday school class. My first song choice for this week will be Lead Me, Guide Me. The first artist that you will see who recorded it is probably Elvis Presley. Very, very good version, very heavily promoted. And my own personal recommendation would be the version recorded by Velma Willis with Gaither Music. Lead Me, Guide Me by Velma Willis at Gaither Music. That's available on YouTube. I trust that you will have a blessed and peaceful weekend. This is Peter signing off. And I do pray that you will experience God's love and peace as you consider your own identity shapers and practice making good decisions, God decisions.